Welcome to BearingPoint's ABS Expert Talk, where we turn complexity into clarity and strategy into funding. If you are in corporate treasury or a CFO, this is exactly the place to be. Today, in our discussion, we want to touch upon the most relevant aspects of securitization and show to you how BearingPoint can assist you and support you in making your funding and securitization strategy a success. But to start with, please allow us to briefly introduce ourselves. My name is Timo Menzel. I've been more than 25 years in the securitization and structured credit markets, and I have worked as an originator, as an investor, and as a structurer. And in addition to that, I also had the pleasure to work as group treasurer for a European, Germany-based leasing company. In that function, I had the privilege to use securitization myself with the help of BearingPoint's ABS services, and we brought several transactions to the capital markets.
My name is Marc von Scheliha. I have more than 20 years of experience in the securitization market. Throughout my consulting career, I have developed numerous processes and software products, software solutions with a strong touch to securitization. Today, I am the head of our ABS service, which helps our customers to automate their administration and reporting process for securitization transactions with innovative solutions and enhanced processes. So we are thrilled to provide you with insights on the securitization market, on the ABS market. We want to create real value for you and your company. So to kick this off, we are going to take a close look into ABS and what our ABS service is and why is it relevant to your business. So Timo, let's kick this off. I think the beginning is clear. What is ABS and what is the ABS service and how can it help to potential customers of us?
Yeah, it's always a bit like start with a proper definition, right? ABS is a financial process. And in that process, an originator is selling receivables. This could be leases or loans or trade receivables to a seller. And this is a so-called special purpose vehicle, an SPV. In order for the SPV to pay the purchase price to the seller, this SPV issues securities into the markets. And the repayment of these securities is linked to the assets. So it's repaid out of the sold assets. This has immediate effects on any seller in such a transaction because the seller receives liquidity, obviously. The seller transfers risk right away. And depending on the structure of the transaction, it also comes with the possibility for an improved balance sheet management or balance sheet structure. So this means right now the seller is monetizing future cash flows today. Now you might ask, why is this relevant? Why should I do that kind of transaction? Well, I think that for any company of a certain size, there is this basic rule, never put all eggs in one basket. With regards to funding, that means don't rely only on one funding. You might have excellent relationships with your banks, even use perhaps senior unsecured instruments, but a diversification of your funding instruments is critical. And therefore, this is the major why this is relevant, because this instrument opens up to you completely different markets with regards to risk takers and investors in you, provides you different funding, and therefore is a important and relevant diversification of your overall funding strategy. Talking about the benefits is one thing, but part of the story is also that this product comes with a certain degree of complexity. There is data involved, quite a bit of data. You need to handle the processes properly. You need to handle, as I said, the data properly. There is required reporting. The market expects high degree of transparency of what you are doing here. And this is the reason why we at BearingPoint have developed this ABS service, which is our tailored solution for first-time issuers, but also for frequent issuers or experienced companies that have used the instrument before to meet the requirements of the market on an ongoing basis and have a really efficient process right from the beginning. So therefore, I think it's fair to say that our service provides the finance departments of our clients with secure and stable liquidity and funding by automating the entire ABS value chain out of one central asset warehouse. Marc, I talked a lot about in general and definition, but it's all about a practical example. Could you give us one?
So one of our later customers, which used the ABS service, was struggling in providing the data on a regular basis towards the arranging bank and to the investors. They had problems providing cash collections, problems providing disputes, and all that kind of information, which helps investors and the arranging bank to have a clear view on the portfolio and the necessity to have a clear view on the portfolio. This led into an inconsistent reporting, and therefore, let's say, a clear view was not even possible. This led to the situation that also the arranging bank requested and demanded immediate action and asked us if we could take over, if we could help them in order to set up a proper process for the reporting and for the data provision. And with our service, the customer was able to reduce processing time, to eliminate key errors, and improve its funding volume significantly. But you know what the best part was at it? It was that the system and the process was just up and running in a few weeks. So I think the example shows that companies lose time and money on outdated processes, outdated systems, manual processes in their ABS transactions. So my strong advice would be take a closer look on your error-prone manual tasks. Try to automate them and go on with the process. So this is where ABS service can help the most.
Got it. So to any of you interested in having an initial discussion or dialogue, get in touch with us. You will find our details on our webpage, also certain examples of what we have been doing in the past, and we're happy to take your call on that basis. Thanks for listening. We hope you find the insights valuable, and let's move on to the next chapter.